Hello, everyone. John Bruna here with the Daily Quote. Such a joy to be with you. As always, I do want to just express my gratitude for you taking the time to explore these bits of wisdom that I've found helpful in my life, and I do hope you find them helpful in yours. Let's go ahead and get to today's quote. All right, here we are. The habit of constantly comparing ourselves with others creates the conditions for jealousy, envy, resentment, and low self-esteem to arise. It is more accurate and valuable to recognize what we have overcome and how much we have grown. It is a pretty incredible habit that humans have to kind of evaluate our self-worth and how we're doing in comparison to others. In some ways, others really help us recognize, well, whether we're being funny or inappropriate, right? They mirror these activities back to us, and we kind of learn. So it's very important socially to recognize and attend to others and their reactions and how they are and how we relate to them, and it's how we socialize. But unfortunately, that habit can get into the idea that how I am valued is somehow in comparison to others. And we forget that we all have value, that we all have incredible resources, inner resources, resiliency, that our lives are meaningful, that we have something to offer the world. And it's really not very able, well, we're not very able to discover that when we compare ourselves to others. What we'll never see in others is their thoughts, feelings, struggles, anxieties, fears, challenges, strengths. All we'll ever see is how we perceive them. We compare the way we feel with how others appear on the outside. Sometimes we feel like we're better than, sometimes less than, but that's always up and down, back and forth. Sometimes feeling pretty good about ourselves, sometimes feeling, oh boy, I wish I could be like that. And we struggle. First and foremost, that's has nothing to do with our values, how others appear to be. What is a more accurate way of recognizing our value and our worth is acknowledging everything that we have overcome. We've all overcome incredible difficulties. We have survived everything that has ever happened to us and recognize how much we have grown. Recognize our resilience. Recognize how far we have come. That's much more accurate and much more valuable. And the thing that happens with that when we recognize our value, we stop comparing ourselves with others. There's no need to. It's easy to be humble when we have nothing to prove. And we have much richer relationships. We can acknowledge and learn from the strengths of others, acknowledge and learn from the struggles of others. They help us grow and recognize our own value, not in comparing ourselves in terms of worth, but understanding how we are all trying to find our way in this world. Recognizing our own value helps us recognize the value of others instead of comparing ourselves with them. Hope you find this helpful. It certainly has been one of my bigger life lessons.